Okay. Let's say you're a Trump voter, supporter, fan, whatever you want to call it. I am. I like Trump. And know that I'm not, when I say I like Trump or I voted for Trump, that doesn't mean that I think he's perfect or without imperfection. Some people kind of they don't get that. If you're a Trump supporter and you're looking at all that's going on and you're disappointed, frustrated, maybe a little depressed over it, whatever the case is, all this talk, all this stuff going on, you don't know what to make of it, and you're getting bummed out. Now, for one, I don't think it's over. You let this thing go its course. There's still time left, but whatever the case is, I don't think it's over. A lot of people here say, oh, it's over. No, everyone's speculating. Nobody knows what is going to happen tomorrow. No one. We're just speculating. Doesn't look good, but whatever. But let me run something by you. If you're one of these people and you are disappointed, maybe not quite depressed, but you're bummed out, take some self-inventory, and I think you'll find this useful. So if I was to ask you, could you run to the end of the block and back? Can you do a push-up or push-ups? Can you do any pull-ups? What's your cholesterol like? What's your heart, blood pressure, this kind of stuff going on? You might say, what does this have to do with the election? Well, nothing other than it's something that you can actually affect. Outside of voting for the election, it's up to the powers that be. Okay? But you can't affect, there is a greater, if you're a male, like me in your 50s and above, if you are a male, there is a greater danger coming for you in the what do you call it, prostate cancer or congestive heart failure, far more dangerous for us than Kamala Harris being president. Mind you, that's terrifying, Kamala Harris being president. But there's almost a guarantee that the prostate issue and the congestive heart failure, or cancer for that matter, is coming for you. That's almost a guarantee. So if I was to sit here and think, you know what, I've not paid any attention to my health whatsoever. I have no cardio. I can't run from here to there. I can't do a push-up, pull-up, whatever the case is. And I'm not coming at you like I'm some kind of athletic, beast or something. But just your priorities. If you're thinking, man, I've done nothing for my health. I'm in terrible shape. If you're overweight in 2021, you have not been paying attention. Death knell, okay? If some of these things, if you've neglected these things, but yet your big concern is, or this issue of this election, your priorities are out of whack. Okay? Because I can guarantee you can affect your health, and I can guarantee something of your health is coming the longer you're here. How's your finances? Drowning in debt? Is your anything financial? Once again, if you're neglecting the finances, but yet you got your mind on this election thing, your priorities are out of whack. You've got your community, meaning the people that are around, the people that you associate with, your family, your loved ones, the people you live with. Maybe it's your neighbor, maybe it's your kids. Can you speak to these people? Can you mend some fences? Maybe you tried and you can't. Well, okay. Let's say you got that person, that family member, whatever, that you just can't speak to anymore. But you tried, you did your part. Okay. Then you don't want the spiritual onus upon you, so you're not going to hate this person, resent this person. You just let it go. Forget, let it, hey, nothing you could do. You did your part. You don't want to be carrying around that resentment with you, because that affects your health, your spiritual, all this stuff. So you got to be dealing with that. But no, I'm not going to deal with that now because I'm distracted with this election thing. Once again, your priorities are out of whack. How's your faith? Got John 14 going on? You getting Revelation? He's telling you where to go? You got, I think it's, If you don't have that and you're worried about election, your priorities are all messed up. Your faith, your finances, your community, your health. You could list those however you want. That's top 4 right there. I think this election might be 8 or 9 on your real list Okay, you can talk about your future. Where are you going? Do you have a plan? You know, maybe you're tired. Maybe, well, you can have more fun this year than you did last year. What are you gonna do? See, get your priorities. Yes, an election is an important thing, and it could be detrimental if gone the wrong way or dealt with incorrectly or whatever the case is. Not diminishing that at all. But if it's on your number one, if it's number one on your list compared to those other things, your priorities are out of whack. I'll give you another tip too. This will step on some toes, but the truth hurts. If you continue, because I've done this, okay, I was addicted to this stuff. If you are continually turning back to YouTube to watch videos of people that are telling you how bad things are, how bad things are going to get, and how there is no solution. Oh, and then you have a good day. They say, well, don't get comfortable there because it's just going to get bad again. If you're watching channels that are all about how bad it is, how bad it's going to be, negative, 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 give up hope, there's no solution. But hey, you got your beans and your rice. And stay away from that stuff. Take a month off. And then after a month, you may not go back to it. Okay, because that kind of stuff, you get that stuff in your attitude, messes up your attitude, and now your productivity goes into the floor. You really have to protect and be on the offensive as far as stuff that's coming at you, the information you're taking in. Be very, very critical and discerning of what you're taking in. I watch stuff here, there, this, and that, but I always remind myself, is this important? Is this something that, if it's going to change my mood or my attitude or something, I stay away from it. It's got to be productive. If it's not putting me in a productive state of mind, I've got no use for it. Okay? So if you think of those things, your faith, your health is so important. Maybe you're not a faith, but your health is just so important. If you've neglected your finances, neglected your community, and I think, too, I've had this proven to me so many times through other people. I'm not a great example. When you volunteer or take the time to make sacrifice and help others, especially when things aren't going your way, you take that stuff, set it aside. If you don't think this is good, boom, let's go help someone. I had family members that used to do this. At the toughest of times, they would be volunteering and go out and helping others. And while the bad thing would just go, they would just adjust. It would be past. It would be a past event now. They're busy helping people, and they're like this. It's just positive. Things are, it's just something to think about. Help someone else. But think of your health. If your health isn't your top concern, or the other things I mentioned, if those things are being drowned out by this election that's going on, you need to turn this election thing off. Doesn't matter who the president is if you've messed up all this other stuff, or if this stuff is just taken off on its own. You've got to be in control of these things. You've got to have that's where you have an effect. It's that 6 feet around you. Those are the things that are going to affect you. Those are the things you can affect, and those are the things you could have everyone you ever wanted as president voted for, and everything's great, and they're all constitutionalists, this and that. But if you jacked up your health, you're done. It's over for you. Same thing with the faith, finances, community, and all this kind of stuff. What if that means everything that you're involved with turns to crap? Oh, the country's doing great, but you're crap. You're done. That would suck. Anyhow, think about what I said. Make sure your priorities are correct. Love you. God bless.